VLOGTOBER.
Hey, what's up, pups? It's Maddox, bitch! First of all, I just want to start the video saying bye. I don't have on makeup today, and this is just to show all of you people who say, oh, you always wear makeup every day, your skin is this, your skin is that, whatever. No makeup, and consequently means I have no eyebrows. Now that that is out the way, put my glasses back on, let's talk about what's really important. The Real Housewives of New Jersey. Oh, Jesus! Last night was week 2 of the whole reunion thing. I think there's a week 3. I don't know if there's 4 weeks. I don't know if I can handle 4 weeks. I can barely handle the 2 weeks. But I do need to see next week because that's when all the husbands are on. First of all, this season, Teresa is painted as the villain. Melissa's the victim. Kathy Wakili is boring. Caroline's a bully. Jacqueline is emotionally unstable. Now, I agree with most of this, but I don't like the whole 4 against 1, everybody against Teresa. It makes the show almost unbearable to watch. The reunion, oh my god, I had to take like 4 Advils because I had a headache, but I felt like I had to watch the second show because I was already invested. Okay, I'm gonna go woman by woman. Let's start with Caroline. I do think Caroline is a bully, and I think she is a sourpuss. All season, you didn't see her smile once. She was nasty and rude to everyone, including her kids, and she bullies everyone who's around her. I agree with that 100%. Jacqueline, whatever, she is emotionally unstable, and she is a follower. Whoever she's with at that moment is the person that she is behind. So if she's with Teresa and Teresa's telling her one thing, she's like, oh, Teresa, I just want to be your friend. The moment she gets with Caroline, she's like, oh, Teresa's not a good friend. So she's null and void because she doesn't have an opinion of her own. I can't deal with her. Shut up. Kathy Wakili, I don't have much to say about you. You are boring. I don't even know why they brought you on the show. The storyline is boring. Your son has more personality than you. Your husband has more personality than you. Your daughter's boring. Who cares? She's going to college. Your storyline, boring. Next, Melissa loves to play the victim. Last night, Melissa tried to sing on the show to prove that she can sing without auto-tune. Girl, stop. You sound like a drowning cat. I can't. And she's also very flip-floppy. 1 minute she's like, I'm trying to bring our family back together. I really want Teresa and her brother to love each other. But the minute somebody tells her that Teresa might have done something, she takes that person over Teresa. Like when they were at the Posh thing and the guy came up to Melissa and was like harassing her because he used to be her manager at a strip club or a gentleman's thing where she was a bartender or whatever she was doing there. The second Jacqueline said, oh, I got a text from my friend who said Teresa knew all about it, Melissa was all ready to jump down Teresa's throat, which means A, she does not forgive her, B, she loves to play the victim, C, she loves to stir the pot. Can't. Teresa is a mess. I will say that, but I'm also going to defend her because I just think Teresa is an airhead, and sometimes she says things and she doesn't know how to articulate herself, so it comes out all types of wrong, and she says things that she doesn't really mean, and then she's like, no, that's not what I said, even though it is what she said, but that's not what she meant. Her husband, I believe her marriage is so toxic, and that's why she can't get along with her brother. Her husband hates her brother, basically, and Teresa loves and adores her husband and wants to stick by her husband. So she gets caught up. She's trying to please her husband. She's trying to get along with her brother. And it's not going to mesh. This show was just a hot mess. Bravo, Andy. You need to get rid of Kathy Wakili because she's boring. Put her to the side. Get rid of Jacqueline because she is emotionally unstable. She needs to go take care of her child who has autism. Girl, bye. Caroline needs to go because she has just become an angry, bitter, menopausal bitch. She needs to go. You can keep Teresa and Melissa because I really think if Teresa and Melissa just had a relationship by themselves without outsiders, without other friends telling them things, that they could actually get along. We also need a new person because we need someone who likes Teresa. Having like this one person on the show that everyone hates, it's too much. It just makes Teresa look even more crazy because everyone hates her. So she feels like she's on the defense. So she has to be, she has to be on attack mode at all times. It's not fair. And we saw when Caroline was attacking Teresa, Melissa did have her back and they did leave. Joe loves his sister. But let's talk about the other Joe. Joe last night was lying. He was on the phone with his friend of many years and a business partner, but he called his wife a cunt. Teresa, you need to divorce him. Not because he called you a cunt, but because he is embarrassing you on national TV. He's cheating. He has to be cheating. Like, no one is on the phone with a business partner and goes, "Here comes my cunt wife." That's something you say to a mistress. It just seems shady. They need counseling. They went to a therapist. Teresa and her brother went to a therapist like twice. They need a lot more than 2 times. And it's really sad that she hasn't spoken to her brother in a year because she called her sister-in-law a stripper, possibly. First of all, if you were not a stripper, Melissa, why are you so upset about it? Just say, "I wasn't a stripper," end of story. And if you was a stripper, why are you lying? Like, girls just say, "I was a stripper, so what? Now I'm married and I'm a mother and I'm not a stripper anymore." There are so many women who were strippers because they had to make ends meet. Like, that's not the worst job on the planet that you could have had, girl. Like, you were not murdering someone. Who cares if you were a stripper? I don't see the big deal. I do believe Melissa was a stripper, a dancer, but I don't know why they're trying to hide it. And I do believe that Teresa was genuinely surprised when that guy came into the hairdresser and was like, "Oh, your sister used to dance with me." Because she immediately said, "Don't talk about my family. I don't want to talk about it, yada, yada, yada." It was Kim G who was like trying to mix shit up. And another thing, keep those Kims off the show. Kim D, Kim G, keep them off. And I heard a rumor about Danielle Staub coming back. Ugh. I don't know how I feel about that yet. Because then you're going to have nobody speaks to Teresa, nobody speaks to Danielle Staub. Well, maybe Melissa, because we heard last night that Melissa goes over to her house and stuff, which I think is all types of shady. And Melissa's like, "Yeah, I speak to her, but I've never been to her house." You're a liar. And then she goes, "Yeah, that's because I was mad at Teresa, so I started hanging out with her." Girl, how vindictive and childish is that? And you call Teresa fake? Okay, I'm just rambling. There's so much I could talk about. Oh, what makes it worse is because Teresa, Kathy, and Melissa are family. And Teresa and Kathy are first cousins. Girl, Kathy. And then you're going to talk about her mother on national TV? And the problem is they're always talking about each other's children, each other's husbands, each other's parents, and like bringing in things that we talked about off camera and we're really friends. Like Jacqueline last night saying, "Oh, you told me before you found Joe in his office with his secretary on the desk." Like, if I told you that in confidence, not on camera, like, why would you bring that up at the reunion? Whether it's true or not, why would you bring that up? You are a bitch. Like, I can't. Oh, I can't. It was all types of mess. Messy, messy, messy. This has never been more poignant than now. Until tomorrow, keep it cute or put it on mute. Ooh, child.
Unplugged. Was it flip cup? It was beer pong.
Yeah.
I was really bad at flip cup and beer pong. I'm really bad at games, so I'm not sure why you're recording this. Stop.